So this is why we don't have Mold Monday anymore. It's because it's just boring to watch Asmongold's commentary, because his commentary every single time is the same nonsense every time, which is just like, this is crazy. Oh my God. Wow. The valuetainment is so negative, it took a clip that was funny and made it unfunny. Now, everybody, it's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. It's time. Yay. You guys know what it's time for. Actually, maybe you don't know. When you're so not mad about being insulted, you make a 40-minute video.
Hasan brought his fat friend on to make fun of me. Can you believe that? All right, get ready. Get ready.
Suck Trump off and the one who wants to suck Trump off.
Yeah, Nick Fuentes and Laura Loomer agree. So does Asmongold. Asmongold was like, yeah, fuck around and find out. Yeah. Yeah. Lock him up. Again.
I never advocated for Hasan to get locked up. I never advocated for that.
Fucking content creator on this goddamn platform. Literally supposed to be somewhat of a colleague here.
I'm pretty sure he did. Well, not. Okay.
I didn't so I want make sure that he knows this. I'm not advocating for him to go to jail. I don't know if he did anything wrong. Now, if he did something wrong...
He literally said that he went to the protest, therefore he deserved to be arrested. What?
Of course you should go to jail. Of course you should face a penalty. Like, yeah, duh. But that's not because I have disagreements with Hasan politically. It's the same as, like, if you stole a car, you should go to jail for stealing a car. Obviously, you should go to jail if you do something that's wrong. But I never...
Okay, wrong there can mean two things. There are things that are immoral, and then there are things that are illegal. And these two things are not always the same thing. If you were fighting for civil rights because you believe that discrimination was wrong, it doesn't matter that it was illegal for white people to sit in one place or black people to sit in another place. I wouldn't want someone to get locked up for that. I wouldn't say, well, if they did something wrong, they should get locked up. I would say, well, yeah, that's a valid form of protest. I don't think that they should be jailed for trying to stand up for what's right. If you think someone should be jailed, and you're saying, yeah, they absolutely should be, you are advocating for it. What? I don't...
presumed his guilt. I never said that he was guilty. He did. Now, it seems to me like he is. It does. It seems like he is. But I never said that. I never implied that. I have no idea. The fact is that, again, like, this is the misframing that he likes to do. He tries to make shit up. Yeah, this is why everybody is celebrating him getting subpoenaed.
He's making shit up. Meanwhile, Asmongold literally admitting, he said, well, if he was at the protest, then he should be arrested. What?
Because you literally just lie and make things up for nothing. I never celebrated you going to jail because you don't even know. You're not even going to go. This is the most overblown thing, by the way. Wow. Oh my God. You get a subpoena. Okay. You're going to have to appear. Now, maybe it's not overblown because you know things that are in your communications that I don't know, and they're more damning than what people think. That's the only example and only reason I can think that he's...
Does he not understand what a subpoena is? What?
This upset about it, but let's assume that's not true. Anyway, what I'm saying is that, yeah, they should go through the process, and obviously if you broke the law, you should face penalties. Like, duh, of course. So that's it. And yeah, you said it was better. Yeah, you said it was better with him around. Yeah, I said I didn't even like, on a personal level, I don't even want him to go to jail. If Hasan goes to jail, then there's less content for me. So I don't even want him to go to jail in the first place. So it's not even really true. None of this is even true. But yeah, fuck around and find out. I shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have gone to a communist government and a communist country and coordinated with the government. You said that on your podcast. You did. You said it. Shouldn't have said that. Big mistake.
Salivating at the prospect.
Salivating
at the prospect of me being arrested.
I gotta fuck it.
Getting arrested. I did not. Also,
I understand that the lies work on his chatters, but like, okay. The funniest thing too is without even checking, I know half the people in his chat are sitting there being like, yeah, we're salivating. Okay.
Being subpoenaed isn't getting arrested. These are two totally different things. It's not even true. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna go have a whole pizza after this, dude.
We know.
Elon's boosting Asmongold's final solution. That's what's
Elon's boosting Asmongold's final solution. This is the framing that these people use. Oh my god. This is what are we
I have to say, tone policing on the right is always pathetic. It's usually pathetic when the left does it, but it's actually so pathetic when the right does it. Like, you guys are like the team of slurs, man. That's like your whole like motto. That's your entire brand. So pearl clutching and tone policing being like, how could you say that sentence to me? This is the most up thing that's ever happened.
talking about?
Who on Twitch? Oh yeah, this is my main op on Twitch. The guy who doesn't shower.
Dude, this guy.
The main op on Twitch. I like, listen, I don't even like, yeah, I criticize things he says. I'm not even that mean. I feel like I'm pretty reasonable. And also, the reason why the main op is me that you think, it's because you're like, Destiny gets unbanned.
Not the conspiracy theories, dude. I understand. I get it. That it's like, it's to be right wing is to be conspiratorial. But like, this is just pathetic. You personally got C. Samson rebanned. How could you do this?
Looking like the fucking Grinch. Bro, smiling like the Grinch. After you get done typing and he gets unbanned. And you want to talk about, yeah, I wonder why. It's because you got all the other ones banned.
All the other ones, and we're just talking about one guy. Okay. Who committed multiple offenses and broke the TOS multiple times. But sure. Okay.
Really?
He's such a fucking dork. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
he's like,
I'm
there's
a dork.
very easy solution for this. Bring in the National
Yes.
Guard, round them all up, and put them in forced labor camps.
What?
Keep the ones who are violent and attack police done.
Yeah.
You can literally solve this problem overnight, but we choose to allow these animals to run wild. Elon Musk, 100.
100.
You fucking idiots not understand what anything like a
Do you guys not understand anything? Yeah, well, no. Okay, what is it? What do we not understand?
society due process. Any of that
Wait,
shit?
what is this here? Some about society?
Anything like a society due process.
A society? What kind of a society can you have whenever people are lighting fucking like satanic fire circles in the middle of a parking garage, doing donuts, holding an M6?
Huh? What the fuck is he? Can I know about these burning of satanic circles in parking garages? That doesn't seem very safe inside of a parking garage. Did he mean a parking lot? Where is this happening?
16 or an AR-15 out the window shooting it off. Maybe actually, you know what?
What? I'm sorry. Can I go back for a moment? Is he suggesting that the left-wingers are lighting satanic fires in parking garages and then shooting off AR-15s?
Circles in the middle of a parking garage, doing donuts, holding an M16 or an AR-15 out the window shooting it off.
The people usually holding guns and then shooting them randomly in whatever direction they feel like are generally right-wingers. That's what the Republicans do. And then when you criticize them for doing that and say, hey, guns should be treated seriously, and like, that doesn't mean you can't have fun with a gun, and that doesn't mean you can't go to a shooting range and own a bunch of guns for fun, but like, maybe we should practice, just like safe gun rules. We should just be safe with our guns for the most part. They say that you're a woke liberal that wants to take away every American right.
Maybe actually, you know what? I'm not sure if they shot it off. Maybe they were just holding it. Yeah, that sounds like the society I want to live in. Oh, the due process. Okay.
Process.
You live in LA. I think you know what he's talking about. Huh? I guess I just like, I want to know where these like satanic fires are burning. I haven't been to any of these.
Any of that shit?
Let's follow the due process. What is the due process? Oh, and by the way, do you know what one version of due?
Oh, this was a reply to a video from Chicago of teens drifting and holding guns. Mainly the problem is that they did it in a public space. Sorry, Denims, we forgot to invite you to the last satanic circle. We'll add you to the group chat for the next one. That's what you guys say every time. Every time you're like, oh, did we forget to invite you to the satanic orgy? Sorry. Next time. Did we forget to invite you to the satanic circle burning? Sorry, next time. You guys say that every time. And I still haven't been invited.
Processes, invoking the Insurrection Act and doing exactly what I said. That is the due process, because that law is on the books and they actively are not enforcing federal law, which is a justification to invoke the Insurrection Act. Everything that I'm saying is completely within the process. I'm not inventing anything new. I'm not saying anything different. I'm saying that we should go back and do what we already did. Did Charlie get due process? No. And also, by the way, I don't really give a fuck about that either.
What? How do you... Sorry, I'm trying to like understand how a sentence so stupid could be written by a chatter and then he could read that chat message thinking it was doing something. If we're talking about due process, or we're talking about people seeing a court of law instead of an execution, you can only talk about it after the fact. But these are the same people that think that there should be no investigation into the killing of Renee Good. These are the people that think there should be no investigation into any time a cop murders someone ever. Like, I don't think you can have it both ways. I don't think you can think none of these cops and ICE agents should ever be investigated, but also anyone can get executed anywhere and you're not allowed to complain about it in any way, shape, or form. What?
Like, just to be very clear, if your version of due process is some random fucking parasite retard that's driving around lighting things on fire, gets 7 different court appeals, and gets to sit home on a $200 bond, then yeah, I think the
Saying this is like the president of the United States is literally doing one of the biggest financial scams we've ever seen in our life, where he's looting the treasury for $1.7 billion so that we can have a payout and reparations to January 6ers who refuse to take accountability for their actions is amazing.
process should be changed.
I mean, it's fucking crazy. Also, what is that fucking... Why do people listen to that fucking guy? He's fucking disgusting.
Shut up, fatty. Shut up. What are you talking about, fatty? Calm.
He's so hurt. The fatty had so much hurt in it. It had so much hurt. He hit a nerve. Shut up, fatty.
It's fucking crazy. Also, what is that fucking... Why do people listen to that fucking guy? He's fucking disgusting.
Shut up, fatty. Shut up. What are you talking about, fatty? Call me I'm disgusting. I guarantee you. Okay, here's the thing. If me... Okay, so... If me...
He's so upset. He's so discombobulated. He's like, well, if
and Stavros and Hasan had to walk 3 miles. At the end of those 3 miles, I think... I don't know what Hasan eats a lot. And so he might... Well, but this guy probably eats a lot too, right? He's talking about eating a whole pizza. I would smell the best out of all 3 of them.
I don't even know what to say about this type of cope, like this level of cope. Does he know what deodorant does? Is he aware? Does he think that, like, if you sweat ever in any shape, form, capacity, at any point, you just smell like the worst thing on the planet? Like, do you know that, like, deodorant works? It works, actually.
I would. See, this is what happens whenever you're fat. Is that you think this is the way it is.
How did this happen? He looks like shit, right? He probably gets no fucking pussy. Asmongold, whatever the fuck his name is.
I don't know, man. There's clout. He's got clout.
It's really crazy to me. By the way, I think that these guys are really kind of self-reporting. So much of men that are leftists are just using it as a mating technique. They
Notice how he has to obfuscate and talk about some random nonsense when the reality is, like, Women are just, this is going to sound crazy, but women are just attracted to people they're attracted to that are physically attractive and have great personalities. If you can believe that. Yeah. Guy who's definitely normal and could get pussy whenever he wants. This is a mating technique.
Actually believe any of this shit. They don't even think any of this. They know it's bullshit. They just say it because it's a good way to get women to like them.
It's actually not a good way to get women to like you. Actually, one of the most effective ways to get women to like you is to get women to be interested in you in a casual setting for sex is to be fun to hang out with, to be funny, and to take care of yourself. That's actually it.
That's it.
Do girls suck is disgusting?
I
mean,
have no idea. But
Do girls suck my dick?
what?
What are you asking? What are you talking about that for, man? What's wrong with?
So that's a no. So that's a no. Is that a no? Am I getting that right? Okay.
You?
is that what he even
know.
likes?
I don't even
What does he
wanna
do
know.
with his fucking?
Today we remember George Floyd, who was murdered by a former Minneapolis police officer.
Oh, they're not gonna like this one. Yeah, they're not gonna like this one at all. But anyway, so this is the reason is that a lot.
Oh my God, dude. I get it. Sometimes when you stream, not every response can be fire, but there are times when you have to perform. There are crucial moments. There's some sports analogy if I was ever to watch any sports. Maybe if I was Emma Vigeland, I could come up with something. In the final quarter of the ball game, you have to throw it and that's when it all matters. It's all up to that one moment. And most of the time it's fine. And you don't need to clutch. But there are moments where you have to clutch, and that was the moment to clutch, and he did not succeed that quick time event. He failed that quick time event. That was bad. That was not. Just watch it again.
What? What are you asking? What are you talking about that for, man? What's wrong with you?
Is that what he even
know.
likes?
I don't even
What does he
wanna
do
know.
with his fucking?
Today we remember George Floyd, who was murdered by a former Minneapolis police officer.
Oh, they're not gonna like this one. Yeah, they're not gonna like this one at all. But anyway, so this is the
He sounded like he was gonna cry. So sad.
reason is that a lot of these guys view sexual approval from women to be the prime and the most important thing, and their entire personalities and existences are on the internet are a performance in order to elicit that sexual approval from women. That's literally it. So
You guys ever just become a massive successful comedian that's on the red carpet with real actors and celebrities like Emma Stone just because you really want to get pussy? You guys ever build an entire successful media landscape or like political career just to get a little pussy? It's so funny too, because this was totally debunked in like Obama's fucking memoir where he was like, and then I tried to be a Marxist for pussy, but then it kind of just like didn't work. I actually have to tone down my leftist views so as not to scare the hoes away. This is gonna sound crazy, chat, but actually the majority of women are not hyper political, and their major political opinion is I want to date someone who thinks women are people, and that's it. That's it.
yeah, I mean, I don't really like. I don't have a girlfriend right now. No, I don't. Like that. Yeah, maybe in the future I will. Maybe not. I don't. This is not my whole life.
Sounds like every single gambler talking about their addiction. Maybe the next one I'll hit it big. I just need one more. Just deal me in one more hand. Come on, dude. Stop. Just stop. I can't believe this got uploaded.
There's simps. Yeah.
Just go that moment.
Why is he weighing in?
It's so funny to talk about a worldview where like sexual validation is and women's attention is the only thing that matters, and you can never insult a man by calling him an incel, or you can never insult a man by mocking him for not getting pussy, but also these same people will call men simps for attracting women. And they're not even defending women in this clip. Neither Stavy nor Hasan are defending women. If I were to be so brave, if I was to be actually very woke, dare I say, they're speaking about women in a very unwoke way, actually. But it's always the same exact people that say you can't use women's sexual validation as a metric for success that will also use women's sexual validation or desire for sexual validation as a metric for failure. It's like, okay, dude.
Why am I weighing in?
Some fucking idiot that what did he stream?
Because Elon boosted the fuck out of this
But
shit.
what did he stream? How did he get famous? Fucking
World of
Minecraft?
Warcraft.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah, no.
The fucking World of Warcraft guy?
Yeah.
People listen to that fucking guy. He can't take a fucking shower.
Yeah.
God,
I don't need to because I'm not fat. I don't smell bad.
Guys, in case there's even one person that thinks this, you do need to shower even if you're not fat. I know. Okay, I'm going to say something very bold. I'm going to say something very brazen right now. And maybe I'm self-reporting. Maybe nobody else thinks this. But I feel like if you've been in a relationship in your life and you've dated someone who, does shower, if you've ever worked out with that person, you guys ever work out with someone you're dating and you're like, damn, you smell kind of sweaty. But I don't totally hate it. We should shower, but I actually don't totally hate it. Interesting. Weird. And then if it goes on for like more than like 5 hours, it's like, okay, now you're smelling bad. You have to shower. There's something about the process of the marination that sours the smell. But like the immediate, like immediate sweat smell on someone is not offensive. No one like, at least that I've run into, no one that like sweats. It's not like you sweat because you worked out with someone and then you're like, oh, this is intolerable. Like, sweat doesn't smell that bad. It's like, it must be like, yeah, like the bacteria is sitting there marinating and like fermenting that starts to make that smell get really bad. It's not the sweat, it's the bacteria. It's like, I feel like, and there's no one that like will smell good after not showering for days or weeks. That's just not, that doesn't exist. It's literally never existed. Like, I don't understand. My ex smelled so good. I think people say different immune systems smell better. Okay, I was with someone once. It was kind of like a gym bro, but not really. But they had a lot of protein in their diet. And apparently, if you have too much protein in your diet, your sweat starts to smell like kerosene. And that was crazy. I don't know how many people like gas station smell, like the smell of gas, but it smelled like that. I was like, dude, what the how do you smell like that? And then I looked it up and it's protein maxing. Yeah. It makes your sweat smell like kerosene. It's so crazy. Denims, you were actually just dating a clanker. Oh. That might be true. Wait. That might be true. Protein also makes your farts smell horrible too, though. Yeah, but like, okay, I'm going to say something very bold that I know a lot of people don't agree with, but I disagree that you should be farting around your partner. I think you can do any other forms of grossness. I don't think like, it does not take that much effort to just go to the bathroom and just fart. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't understand. Why should your home be a biohazard? I just don't. Let the farts. And it's not about like, I would not judge someone for farting. And sometimes it just happens. But like, intentionally being like, nah, I don't care. It's like, whoa, dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm not exerting that much energy. Walking a couple steps to the bathroom is too much energy. You should wait till you find out what the rest of a relationship entails. Oh my god. Cancel Denims for this. But then the bathroom smells. But you have an exhaust. Just get an exhaust in your bathroom. Or open the window if you have a window in your bathroom. What? Also, this doesn't apply if you're out in open air. If you're out in open air, then yeah, you just let it rip. I don't care. Your worst take ever, for real? This is just the correct take. For the rest of your life? This is like, this feels like the equivalent of saying like, are you kidding me? You want me to pee in the toilet for the rest of my life? Yeah. You want me to brush my teeth every day for the rest of my life? Yeah. Yes, actually. Yes. That is not the same. Why? What about farting in bed? Okay, I think if the other person is like passed out, totally gone, then it's acceptable. Victimless crime. You wake up in the middle of the night, that's fine. Getting out of bed in the middle of the night sucked. I'm fine with that. But if the other person can perceive it and they are like conscious, that's rude. You dream of the fart? Yeah, well, too bad. I don't know. I hate getting out of bed in the middle of the night. That seems fine. I don't care. What if your partner is brushing their teeth? You still walk into the bathroom to fart, right? No, just like, then go somewhere they're not. I don't know, dude. What if they pass out from the fart? What do you mean they pass out? They're already asleep. They're already passed out. You can kind of open the blanket to the side and, okay, I'm not discussing the semantics. Okay. Anyways, I just think if you're in the same room together, I think it's polite to walk out of that room and usually fart in the bathroom. Okay. That's what I personally think. All right. That's what I think. And I'm just saying, like, sometimes it just comes out. Not me, because I'm a woman, so women don't fart or poop. But sometimes it just happens. Sometimes there's no controlling it. Sometimes that's it. It's just, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. That's just like your human body being human. Right? That's just your human body being human, man. But like choosing, you're intentionally choosing. When you intentionally choose to let it rip in the same room, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's bioterrorist warfare as far as I'm concerned. It's my personal opinion. These intellectual discussions are why I watch Denims' stream. So if you date another woman, the problem is solved? Exactly, because women don't fart. I mean, what if I say, I'm going to fart, the people who don't want to smell it can leave? That's awful. That's awful. I'm just telling you guys, growing up in a family of people who just let it rip all the time and they always thought it was funny, I did not think it was funny. Growing up in a family of women and everyone was letting it rip and it was always awful and atrocious, I did not personally think it was very funny. In fact, I thought it was pretty atrocious. And I think it's pretty polite to not have to make other people deal with your farts. That's what I personally think. Okay? Maybe if you are the rare exception and your shit is scentless, okay? Scentless and soundless, fine, go for it. But everybody else, no. No. I'm sorry. This feels like I'm going to say something even more bold. This might be too crazy. People might unfollow. They might unsubscribe. I'm going to say something, okay? I have fart trauma. You don't know the beginning of it. You guys don't know the things. You don't know my childhood, chat. This would be the equivalent of being like, it's like a natural bodily thing. And then, like, the woman in your life free bleeding. It's like, listen, you don't have to be grossed out by periods. And you can think periods are totally normal. And also not want a bitch free bleeding everywhere. And that's how I feel about farting. Okay? That's how I feel about that. It can be natural and it's not gross and it's not weird and you don't judge anyone for it. And also, you choose to not make everybody else's life hell. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Free farting? I disagree. I disagree with free farting. You can't have completely reasonable takes like that on the internet. Some people were raised with animals. It's just like, and I get it. I get it, to be clear. I've spoken to people who that's just how they live. And I'm like, that's gotta be worse, right? Like, I've been friends with couples and they're like, we just be farting everywhere. I'm like, that can't be better. It has to be better to not be subjected to somebody else's farts. Like, that's, what the fuck? This is worse. This is a worse way to live. So, it's freeing? No, but like, the pros don't outweigh the cons. The pro of the convenience of just letting it rip wherever is not worth the con of having to smell somebody else's farts. Like, I don't, like, hello? That's not worth it. You can hurt your stomach. Oh, be quiet. It's a 2-second walk to the bathroom. What if you go to the bathroom and let it go, but you can hear it? Who cares about hearing it? It's a normal bodily function. What? I care about smelling it. Hearing it, I don't care about hearing it. I care about smelling it. You could let out the craziest sound. It can fucking sound like World War III in there. I'm not smelling it. I don't care. Hearing it's kind of funny. The sound is always kind of funny. I mean, to be honest. I'm just not interested in smelling it. What the hell? That's not unreasonable. So it's fine if it doesn't smell? I mean, yeah, probably. You just literally, you made a biohazard in whatever space you were sitting in, and now no one gets to enjoy that space until the smell is gone. Like, what the fuck? It's like a cat throwing up in the middle of the room. It's like, dude, come on, man. Now I gotta clean this. So that's all I was gonna say. All right. You framed a normal take like a fascist dictator. I think people just got personally offended. I don't think anything I said was fascistic. You should go to the bathroom. You say you protect. I didn't say if you don't go to the bathroom to fart, I personally report you to the Gestapo and you fucking die. Like, what the hell? All right, moving on. Anyways, I don't know why we got on this tangent.
Fat people smell bad.
Don't be like you. I'm telling you.
Fat people don't smell bad. Everyone, if they don't shower and don't wear deodorant, smells bad.
I'm fat and ugly. You don't have to live like that. You just have, if you put light into the world and positivity, you'll get
just like what you're doing right now. Yeah, light and positivity is being okay with a bunch of people having random teen takeovers and lighting things on fire and driving around with machine guns. Yeah, I don't.
Bro is literally a stand-up comedian and he's telling him how to bring light and positivity in the world. Bro. They didn't even mention that. Well, isn't it interesting they're obfuscating from that fact? Isn't that interesting? We're also not, like, we're talking about the totality of what someone brings online. And I'm sorry, it's true. Stavros' content, the vast majority of his content, like 90% plus, is created to bring joy to the masses. The majority of Asmongold's content is to fearmonger and mock those beneath him. That's like, these statements are just factually true. It doesn't matter if you get offended because they made fun of you. It brought joy to the rest of the world.
Think so. I don't think that's light and positivity. I think that's retarded. It's completely unstable. And I don't know why you would even say they're so performative as usual. They are. They're performative for female approval. That's it. That's the reason why these guys do this.
Yep. And that's why they're speaking about women in a way that objectifies them. It's like, I understand that, like, he's using the only talking point that he has available to him, which is, well, they're just only doing this for women's approval. Simp. And it's like, dude, this is like, no, actually, this would be ineffective at reaching leftist women. Speaking about women as if they were objects to be won is actually the opposite of performing for women. In this segment, they are performing for men.
The hat off. Oh no, he's balding. He's fat and bald. Just like, listen.
Did you see his tweet the next day saying he cleaned his car and fed birds? That shit actually got to him.
I'm bald, right? He's fat and bald. Maybe if I eat a lot of food, maybe I'll be fat too. I don't know.
Get sucked off.
Yeah.
Don't go into the
What? I guess I missed the first point. Why is he talking about eating a
For
bunch of food?
female approval. That's it. That's the reason why these guys do this. Take the hat off. Oh no, he's balding. He's fat and bald. Just like, listen, I'm bald, right? He's fat and bald. Maybe if I eat a lot of food, maybe I'll be fat too. I don't know.
get sucked off.
Yeah.
Don't go into the dark.
Wait, again.
To live like that.
Okay, I don't understand. I thought maybe if I went back, I would understand why he brought up the fact that he's bald and then Stavvy is fat and bald. I don't understand. But it literally didn't make any sense, but sure, okay.
That. You just have, if you put light into the world and positivity, you'll get sucked off.
Yeah.
It's all about having sex with women. Their entire worldview and everything is built around the sexual approval of women. That's it.
And that's why they're objectifying women? That makes no sense. This is just a self-report.
It's kind of sad. Really?
Don't go into the dark side with a dirty ass motherfucker.
And also, like, by the way, I don't really like talking about a lot of, like, relationships or girls I talk to or don't talk to or anything else. I don't like getting involved in this. It's weird. I don't need to prove anything. I don't need to indicate that women like me. It's just silly. Why would I do that? It's embarrassing.
Who doesn't.
It's embarrassing to talk about how other people get no bitches. No, I think you just don't talk about it because you don't get any bitches. I don't
even fucking shower. He doesn't know shit about what he's talking about.
See, this is the reason. See, Hasan used to be fat. Now, he might be fat. Hasan eats a lot of food. He'll probably be fat again. But right now, he's not that fat. So, Hasan, like...
Dude, the hyperfixation about being fat is just, I don't even know what to say about it. Like, I don't, like, it's so, like, beyond the pale. It's such a weird, it feels like this weird frustration that Asmongold has that, like, Stavros is fat, but he can get bitches. And he, like, doesn't understand. It's like, well, he's fat. How can he do it? Why? It's child brain shit. It's like, dude, the number of women that I have personally met that enjoy fat men, it's pretty high. It's pretty high. It's actually pretty high.
This is the reason why showering is such a big deal to them, right? Because he might not be fat now, but he's trans fat. He still has the mind of a fat person.
What? Okay, can I suggest something really quickly? That's not how bodies work, actually. The thing that generates heat in your body is your muscles. The fat just simply insulates the heat. Okay? If you're muscular and you weigh a lot because of your muscles, you still be sweating. People in chat here who go to the gym often, you just get really sweaty. If you have a lot of muscle, it doesn't matter how much fat you have. Fat isn't what's making you sweat. A big part of the thing that's making you sweat is the muscle. So I don't know what this segment is. And also, this is not...
like Denims.
Everyone...
Because
Okay.
her camera is so fucking big, and it bothers me.
There's also just, like, I'm going to say something very bold. I have met some people who are thin who don't sweat at all. And I've met some people who are thin who sweat like crazy. And even if you don't sweat that much, or you don't sweat a noticeable amount, you're still sweating. Stavros mentions him getting sucked off a couple times and he gets offended and goes, fat, fat, fat. He's fat. He's fat. I'm not. It's like, so? I would actually say something really bold and concerning, by the way, which is I've met more women that are into fat men than women into really thin men. I will say specifically straight women. Straight women will pick fat men over incredibly thin men most days of the week. Because it's like, oh, protector vibes or whatever. Obviously, it's just a generalization based on my experience talking to women. Yeah.
And so, like, both of them are talking about
Do
how
you really
important
mean
showering
fat, or do you
is.
mean chubby little? Maybe I should show like a picture. So I'm trying to find one that actually has like someone who has like a low body fat percent, but also has like low muscle mass. No, I don't need to find someone who's fat. That's easy. I'm talking about finding someone who's thin. But not when you look up like thin men or you look up like body types, it just pulls up like an athletic looking dude. And that's not what I'm looking for. I found a picture. In my experience, this is just my experience talking to women. All right? Look up skinny fat. Oh, good idea. It's actually a good idea. Search up League of Legends. No, I just need to search up get a photo of XQC. Wow, these photos are like, it's actually really hard to find photos of what I'm talking about. When you look up like, do you guys know when you look up dad bod, it just pulls up muscular men? And then when you look up like fat man, it just pulls up like obscene photos that are just questionable. Like, I don't even know what this is for. It just pulls up like my 500-pound life. It's like, dude, there are things in the middle. I don't understand what's happening with my Google. Please, Google. But Google search has just gotten so shit. And I tried Bing, and it's like, it feels as bad. It does not feel good. Okay, maybe, surely, if I just scroll a little bit more. My Google search is so fucked now, by the way, guys. It's like, I'm totally cooked. Try DuckDuckGo. All right, fine. One more attempt. If this doesn't work, whoever suggested DuckDuckGo gets executed by the state. Oh my God, you guys were so right. I apologize for ever questioning any of you. Okay, this has just been my personal experience talking to women. All right? You guys already know my stance on this, which is like, I just kind of want someone to like help motivate me to go to the gym and work out. And as long as I have that, I don't really care. Because bodies are just like so unimportant. Like, as long as you move your body and you try to eat food that's mostly good, like you don't eat fried food for every meal, that's a much better indicator of health than anything else is. Define movement like physically moving. I don't know what you mean by that. In my experience, that's my stance. I just don't care. I really don't care. If it's not a concern for your health and you move your body and you convince me to move my body and you eat pretty healthy, great. Oh, look, average Asmongold viewer. Hold up, wait, guys. Don't ban. Dude, I don't understand why people come in and then do reportable offenses and then lose their 2017 accounts. Kill yourself, bitch! Was it worth losing your 2017 account for this? Was it worth it? I mean, sure, man. Oh, sorry. Let me grab your message. If you think it was worth it, I mean, go for it, man. Chat messages. No, wait. No, not hateful conduct. Is it this one, maybe? Maybe this one? Maybe this one? Ah, here we go. I mean, sure, man. If you feel like it was worth losing your 2017 account, go for it. Asmongold's still not gonna fuck you, bro. He's still not gonna fuck you, bro. But you can keep trying, man. Keep trying. This is... Okay, finally. Sorry this stunlock took so long, but what I was trying to say was, in my experience talking to straight women have a strong tendency to prefer this body type over this body type, and it's not close. And it's not close. And I'm not, like, I want you guys to understand, bodies are so, like, unimportant. The problem is, anytime I try and talk about this topic, I sound like one of those fucking loser, like, sapiosexual, metrosexual, like, virgin fucking sexless fucks. Where it's like, your mind is so much sexier. It's like, oh my, shut up. You're so ugly. Ew. You know? But, like, literally, like, that's how I feel. It's like, So I feel this way about like height. Like I don't understand why people have such strong opinions about height. It's like, it's so unimportant. It's like, it's so unimportant. Like, if anything, your life is just made more difficult by dating someone that is like too tall or too short. Like shorter, like significantly shorter than you or significantly taller than you. As far as I'm concerned, every inch in either direction away from you makes your life more inconvenient. Like I'm 5'5". If I'm dating someone about my height, like give or take 3 inches, I get to steal all their clothes. We probably might have the same shoe size if I'm lucky. The car never has to be adjusted. Nothing ever has to be adjusted. Like I feel like your life is easier at heights that are similar to you. Whereas like once you start getting significantly taller or significantly shorter, both are equally inconvenient. Dating someone who's 6'5", as far as I'm concerned, is as inconvenient to me as dating someone who's 4'5". Both of these are equally inconvenient. Because now I don't get to steal your clothes as often as I want to steal them. Everything has to be fucking readjusted. Like these are the same to me. I don't get it. But that's just my opinion, not to be woke or whatever. I don't understand it. My wife and I are the same size and it's inconvenient because she always steals my clothes. LOL. Based alert. Hello? Women I've known who have significant height preferences feel that way because they want to feel small next to them or whatever. Yeah, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Why would that matter? I just don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't understand. I struggle. But yeah, so I feel like Asmongold is like coming to terms with this reality that most straight women feel this way. And he's like not coping with the pain very well.
Because to them it is. It's tremendously important. Matters a lot.
Crying at the casket of a criminal scumbag who was driving fat, pointed a gun at a pregnant woman. You're lucky the Trump admin is full of pussies, or you'd be getting tried for sedition with a best.
You don't even know what sedition means, you fucking idiot.
No, that's.
Dude, there's something amazing about asking Grok. This is Grok, right? He's asking Grok.
What is sedition? Sedition is the act of inciting resistance, rebellion.
Me when I'm proving that I'm a genius. Let me just Grok it.
Or insurrection against a lawful government or established authority. Key elements versus treason. So treason.
Maybe it's just like virtue signaling for rightoids. Like if you use AI, you're virtue signaling that you're like a rightoid to the other, or maybe even vice signaling. I don't understand. I feel like when I see someone use AI and they chose to use the AI, like they grokked it or they GPT'd it, I was like, oh, you're an idiot, huh? Like I immediately significantly disrespect or I lose respect at a rapid rate for someone who uses AI to understand concepts. You don't trust yourself to be able to read Merriam-Webster dictionary or like read Wikipedia and understand, like you can't process that information, or you're just too lazy to process it, which means that you're either an idiot or you're just like a vice signaler, both of which are lame as hell.
And the reason why it's not treason is because he's not siding with a foreign entity. He's just siding against the state. And so I did say sedition on purpose. I said that for a specific reason. So if 2 or more people conspire to overthrow the government by force, oppose its authority by force, prevent execution by laws by force, seize U.S. property by force, they can face up to 20 years in prison. So I think that Mayor Frey absolutely exercised and should be tried for sedition. I think he should. I think the fact that he had his police stand down, not help, and actively promoted and incited more riots, unrest, and turmoil.
He literally said the opposite. He said, please do not go out and engage in violence. Don't give the other side the ammunition they need. We do not support violence of any kind. He said the opposite. Like, Bro is fighting ghosts. Man, this is pathetic.
Turmoil against the federal government and against federal law, I think that's grounds for him to be tried for sedition, as by the definition that you can see. And you can look this up on Google. You want to try another definition.
If I changed what he said to be what I wanted him to say, it was sedition. Okay.
You want to try something else, that's totally fine, right? But at the end of the day, that's what's happening. It's not even debatable. Like, I know what sedition is, that's why I said it. That's it. Yeah, I mean, it's sad, really. Why is he lying about your take on his subpoena? To farm sympathy? To farm sympathy and to look like a victim?
Self-report.
Funniest thing, like, he's gotten so his audience is like diminishing a little bit as of late, because like everything is anchored around Trump. So when Trump support, his audience is almost entirely European LARPers that
Really?
act as though they're MAGA.
Oh my God.
They're like gay little fucking dudes from
They're gay little people in Europe? Why is it wrong to be gay in Europe? Isn't it? It's crazy how whenever these are the guys that are like, this is the reason why I think I might be the only person who's progressive on Twitch. I really am. Because I think I might be. What is this here? Diminishing? Is my channel doing well? I don't even know. Let me see. Is it diminishing? Like I don't even, like, as I said before.
Boring rage bait.
This is the first time I've.
God, he's just so washed. I swear, he used to be able to say stuff that, like, actually was kind of entertaining, and he just, like, it's just so washed. It's totally sauceless. There's no funny jokes. There's no interesting commentary. Like, I just don't. It's just so boring. It's just so, the cope is just so boring.
Seen my channel graph in, let's see how long. So Asmongold Shorts, so this is one channel that I'm doing. So it looks like monthly views gained. So we're going up and down. We're getting, so 100 million views a month. That seems pretty good. Yeah, it seems like we're doing pretty well here, guys. Look at the daily.
I'm gonna do like a full segment on this eventually, sometime in the future. The problem is that right-wingers can't maintain relevance for too long. Wait, before we get into that point. Bruh, every time I tune in, you're watching this guy following since 12 seconds ago. Can you make better bait? Like, can you just... That's the other thing too, all of the roaches. I was sad that his content got so boring because making fun of him was entertaining. And his content just got so boring that, like, I just stopped watching any of it and critiquing any of it because it was so boring. We used to have Mold Mondays where once a week we'd whip out the joints, whip out the beers, and have some fun and make fun of him. And it was great and it was entertaining as hell. And then he just became so boring to watch. It was just all the same recycled garbage over and over again. And I literally stopped. So if anything, please, I would like to go back to that because that was a great era. That was such a blast. But now it's just boring as fuck, dude. I just don't think these people need attention. Just my take. I'm really sad that they've removed the thing that lets you see what channels someone is following, dude. Makes me sad. Denims, keep bullying your chatters and see where you end up. Okay? Do you know where you are, bro? The people like that shit nowadays. Bro. I just don't think these people need attention, just my take. And you're typing in Asmongold's chat. This you, man? This you? Okay. There's a new follower. Look up. Wait, are you serious? Wait, no way. Dope. Thank you for sending me this. Yippee. I was sad that the other one stopped working. What was I saying? Oh, right. Oh, yeah. I remember. It's like the problem with all conservative, even if they call themselves centrist, like Tim Pool or whatever, the problem with all the conservative or like reactionary political commentators is that they burn really bright and then they kind of collapse in on themselves. because they can't maintain the same rage for long enough to stay relevant. And if you are a right-winger and you watch content from someone that you think says right-wing content, eventually the fear-mongering gets to a point where it's not that entertaining anymore. And you're like, yeah, immigrants, okay, yeah, trans. You got anything else? Anything else? I'm kind of like over that stuff. Anything else? And then you either have to become Candace Owens talking about Charlie Kirk being one of the members of the X-Men and go full conspiratorial, or you just fall off like Ben Shapiro, Matt Walsh, Tim Pool, Steven Crowder. Like, think about the number of conservatives that used to exist that had the quartering that used to have massive audiences, and all of them have fallen apart because they weren't willing to continue going further and further and further, right? Or you do what Nick Fuentes did, and then you get banned, you get super banned, and then you stream on Rumble. And like every once in a while, someone will hear you chirp about something, and then, you'll die off, and then maybe once in a while, someone will hear you chirp one thing. So it's just like, I just don't. It's just so boring. It's just so boring. Do you know how many people I've fought about? I remember when I was saying that The Boys was falling off in season 3, people coped to me and they were like, it's still good, okay? The direction that he's taking it in is good. And I was like, dude, direction is not good. And then season 5 came out and it's like, you see what I said? See what I said? I really wanted it to be a good show. I really liked season 1. Season 1 was really good. So the general hype around something doesn't make it better or make it worse. Look at League of Legends, bro. That game is still alive. Doesn't make it a good game, okay? Overwatch, Rival, pick any game that still has a massive following, or any series or anything ever that's ever existed, and recognize that doesn't make it good. Just because a lot of people like the thing, it doesn't make it good. You're playing League? Yeah, I play dogshit games all the time. So it's just like, I don't understand the purpose of being like, look, see, people watch me. Okay. All right.
Holy shit. $201? Oh my god.
A lot of people liking the game does make it good. Okay, 2 things. 1, that's different from a lot of people playing the game. A lot of people play League. A lot of people hate League. All right, for starters. Second, a lot of people consuming something doesn't make it good. So Marvel movies are like the most profitable movies that have ever existed. I wouldn't call them cinematic masterpieces. They're just very profitable because they appeal to the widest range of viewers possible. Same idea. Something being very widely accepted or popular, it doesn't make it magically good. I'm on season 2 of The Boys. Should I stop now? Yeah.
Wait, that's my biggest month ever. Wait, so I'm having my biggest month ever on this channel. Oh my god.
Again, Marvel movies. What's the most profitable Marvel movie? Avengers Endgame. Worldwide gross of $2.7 billion. I'm sorry, every Spider-Man movie clears that movie. Every single one. Something being profitable, something getting a lot of views, something getting a lot of clicks doesn't make it good. It just doesn't. Objectively worse than Infinity War as well. Like, I'm just correct. It's not even a debate, except the Andrew Garfield ones. Okay, wait, let me clarify. Sorry, let me correct my statement very, very quickly. Very quickly. I've not watched the Garfield ones. I've watched all the other ones. Microsoft is very profitable. Denims, name one good Microsoft product. Yeah. Okay, wait. You're right. Excel is good. Wait, you're so right. The KK, you're right. Excel, I actually am an Excel simp. I do fuck with Excel. Okay, besides Excel. Besides that. Nerd, shut up.
That's insane. Wow. And also, by the way, I do think that Twitch viewership has gone down.
Also, Asmon's Twitch has dropped off from 47K in January back down to 35K this month. Hasan wasn't even talking about his YouTube. Everyone already knows right-wing content performs significantly better on YouTube than left-wing content. Like, if you go ahead and look at every single, they've literally done research. There are literally research papers on this where they make a fresh account on YouTube and they go to YouTube Shorts and they just swipe through, and it takes like some number of swipes to get right wing content recommended, and the political content that's served is served at like a 98-2 ratio of right wing versus left wing content. Like, we literally have the data that shows that. I'm sorry if your anecdote doesn't like data. That's tough.
On down for everybody. And do you want to know one of the reasons why? It's because nothing's happening. Nothing's happening, and I think that's a good thing. It's a relax, and hopefully Twitch is cracking down on viewbotting too. It is, and I think this is good as well. They should be doing that. I have never, ever, ever based my existence or my popularity on Twitch. Never. Because the website...
No, he's just based his whole existence on it, and without it, he is nothing. That's why he streams.
It's completely borked. I mean, Hasan yesterday had like 200,000 viewers, okay? Like, I guess Stavros has a lot of clout. He's really just that guy. And so, brings him on, goes all the way up to 200K viewers, for sure, man, right? I mean, like, what are we doing here? So, am I really going to base it off of that? Why would I do that? And is this month also when he had Forced was?
Been a Minute did a really good video where he tested how long it took for each platform to send you down the right-wing rabbit hole, and it was Twitter and YouTube that did it the fastest by far. Yes. Correct. Again, they've literally done research papers on this. There's peer-reviewed research that shows that YouTube suggests political content significantly faster than any other platform, and the political content it suggests is right-wing 98% of the time. So, like, the first 100 political clips you see, it will show you right-wing content, and then 2 of them will be left-wing. So, like...
Is this your forced vacation? Pull up Stavros data? I think he's a funny guy. He's just a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot. Like, look up the definition. Look up what is due process. How is using the Insurrection Act? Like, do you really want people driving around doing donuts with a massive fire circle with machine guns? No, you don't want that. You might say, oh yeah, I think it's cool. Except for whenever they're outside your house at 4 a.m. and you're trying to sleep. Then you're going to want the police to be there. So that's it. Watch jump from 30K to 30K. No, well, Hasan stressed me out yesterday. He did. I was getting back. I was like, I got back home and I was like doing some other stuff. I got my lawn mowed. I did some yard work. I got my car washed. I fed the birds. You know, I did a bunch of like little fucking stupid things, right, yesterday.
Oh, he's hurt. Oh, Stavros. No.
Because I was like, well, I have the day off already, so I might as well just, do a few other, daily quests or weekly quests, right? And so I open up Twitch and I see Hasan has like 200,000 views. I was like, oh my God, did they shoot him, right? Did they shoot Trump or something like this? I'm like, did I really miss another global event, right? Because like the last time that happened, I remember very clearly January 6th happened, and Hasan, I went to bed after like I think my stream ended early that day for some reason. I woke up, I saw Hasan had like,
dude, I don't even think Anti-Piker thinks about Hasan this much.
150,000 viewers, and I was like, I felt so stupid because I missed out on all of it, right? And so anytime that I see Hasan have a lot of viewers, I panic, and it's not because I'm worried that he's gonna have more viewers than me, it's that I'm worried that I missed something really important and he was live and I didn't know about it, right? And so now I'm missing out on big news. So he actually stressed me out yesterday because he had so many viewers. I was like, well, what the fuck is this? Like, did I miss something? No, it turns out he's just getting viewbotted. Yeah, she's getting viewbotted, right? And so this is the thing, right? And again,
dude, it's like turning into an Ethan Klein broadcast. Well, Hasan. Oh my God. Over-explaining a lie to cover up for him botting Hasan, dude. He
didn't do that. I'm not blaming it on him. It's just what happened. And, but he bots on 100K viewers. Well, good for him. These people cry all the time about following the law. Yeah. So it's just, stressed me out.
Is the left famously, you have to follow the law? I'm pretty sure the famous quote on the left is, be gay, do crimes. I guess rightoids must have come up with that one. Is that one not a left-wing stand? Is be gay, do crimes? Who made that one? I thought it was the left that did that. Okay. Famously, the left loves everything about the law and thinks you should obey every law, no matter how unjust it is.
As a matter of fact.
In the Netherlands who are like, yeah, we are MAGA.
Oh, man. Yeah, we are MAGA.
I have to say, out of all the Hasan bits, the one that actually does make me laugh every time is when he does the German accent.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
It gets me every time it does.
Is Western culture, Westerns, and
I
also
feel like some of his other bits are not good. Like when he does British, I'm stone cold. Like, not funny. Next, get off the stage. Boo! This guy stinks. Most of them are like, dude, stop. But the German one is good. The German and the Dutch one they're both pretty good.
By the way, never forget the fact that Hasan went to China and he ran into my fans. Keep that in mind.
What do you want me to do with that information? Shove it up my ass? Like, this is like a common right-wing thing where they just like throw out something that makes no sense in the middle of a conversation just to bring it up. And then everybody else, I guess, is just meant to be like, oh, that's so true. Yeah. But nobody knows what the fuck is being talked about and why it's being talked about. It's like, okay, and then what? And then what happened? Oh, okay, nothing. Got it. All right.
Just real quick, right? In case anybody doesn't know this, right?
The Dow is that 50K ass statement from Asmon. Yeah. It's like, okay, what do you want me to do with the fact that the Dow is 50K? I don't care. Now what?
Someone got bought yesterday too. Who cares? Like, I mean, viewership on this website is such a fucking mirage. It is. It's so hard to tell. Twitch is changing their metrics constantly. Everybody's cheating. Everybody's viewbotting. Everybody's doing this.
Oh, it's giving Tim Pool. Oh, it's giving Tim Pool. It's giving Tim Pool. It's giving Tim Pool. I have to pull up the Tim Pool clip. Everyone is botting.
Fascinating to get, sort of the big ticket avatars. So the way Ben Shapiro, the way candidates get famous is they get Wilkes Brothers or they get some other kind of billionaire money, and they buy engagement, they buy followers, and they sort of propel themselves to the top of the heap, and they fake it till they make it, and then eventually it's kind of sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy, right?
Not everybody does that.
Everybody does not do that.
Well, we've never done anything like
everybody
that.
Everybody does not do that. I said two people who did that, who are...
Everybody does that. Well, we've never done it. We've never done it. It's giving this.
It's so cringe. Everybody's cheating. So hard to tell. Twitch is changing their metrics constantly. Everybody's cheating. Everybody's viewbotting. Everybody's doing this. It's so cringe. Why do you think I moved over to making content centered around YouTube? It's because I knew this website was borked. It was. It's been borked. It's been borked for a long time. Hasan's racist. It's a German accent, not a Dutch one. He just insulted me. I know, it's disgusting, isn't it? He's so disgusting. What's the...
No, you started making content on YouTube because right-wing content performs better on YouTube than it does anywhere else. What? Oh my God.
Point of viewbotting? So you're higher up on the directory and more people see your channel. It's pretty simple. And then, like, you can make the perception that you're popular so you have other people collab with you, and it's like it's just basically a cycle of malicious compliance, right? Where everybody knows it's bullshit, but they just play along with it. There's a lot of streamers that are viewbotters. Like, if you want to see if somebody has motion, you should look at places like Twitter, and you should look at places like YouTube. And really, I think YouTube is the best one.
No, I would say the best place to see if someone has motion is TikTok. But TikTok's kind of fallen off a little bit. Like Instagram, I feel like Instagram Reels are like so motionful.
And I'll explain why YouTube is the best one.
Twitter is not like a good place to see if someone has motion. Twitter is just like you're good at like shit posting.
YouTube, it's the hardest to bot without it being completely obvious because botting your channel can have negative effects to an algorithm. So that's the reason why. So YouTube is probably the best instance. And like you look at the comments, etc., right? Neon strategy. Yeah, I like Neon, but he is a viewbotter, right? He's at least getting viewbotted. I think we know that. TikTok's by far the most botted social platform. Yeah, definitely. Alex Jones highlighted you as a glaze yesterday. No, I didn't know that actually. I actually
YouTube literally has a feature to pay to have your video recommended to more and more and more people, which is what Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire have done. It's within the platform. It's like, do you want this video to have more reach? You can pay us and we'll force other people to see this and click on it. Like the idea that it's like, oh, it's the least botted for sure. It's like, dude, recently Ben Shapiro started playing his entire episodes as ads for other videos because that counts as a view on that video.
somebody messaged me. I actually need to reply to them that was involved with that yesterday. I probably should have messaged him back. I met the guy randomly, like just out of nowhere, and really nice guy. I might be on their show soon, so we'll see what happens. And found you on YouTube. Want to see what you wanted to see you uncensored? Well, then stay on YouTube, right? You probably have more fans in Cuba than Hasan does. I mean, maybe, yeah.
Love Donald Trump.
That's so
I just have no words. I would say he has more fans in Florida.
pathetic.
Yeah, they're all like racist Europeans.
Although that is true, I will say I bumped into some people in Greece.
They're all racist Europeans.
Told them I was American, and they were like, they were mad that I believed socialist stuff because they were like
Greeks are
they
fucking.
were, they were
yeah.
we'll watch it.
He just can't stop.
Huh?
He just can't stop. Jesus, guys. Is this a cope session? I know, he's so racist. Like, this is insane.
But it's true.
It's
So this is why we don't have Mold Monday anymore. It's because it's just boring to watch Asmongold's commentary, because his commentary every single time is the same nonsense every time, which is just like, this is crazy. Oh my God. Wow. Based. It's like you took an interaction that was funny because it was a Greek person getting offended by a Turkish person, talking shit on the Greeks. And you took a funny interaction and then made it unfunny by adding commentary that was totally useless, garbage, meant nothing, valued at $0, valued at a negative amount of dollars. I should be paid for having to see that garbage. Oh my God, it's crazy. What's crazy? What is? The valuetainment is so negative, it took a clip that was funny and made it unfunny.
true, and it's always, this is the thing, it's his friends always try to all right, wait a minute, you're going too far. He says,
no, that's just what Greek people are like. Okay, as someone who grew up in New York who had Greek friends, I will tell you, all right, that's just how Greek people act about everything all the time. They're just kind of drama queens. And we love them for that. But you tell it, Greek people are the easiest people to rage bait. I'm telling you, as someone, again, my best friend was Greek. They are the easiest people to rage bait. They're the easiest. You just say Greek food's okay. Like, they're all cursing. Everyone is mad. You tell them, I thought My Big Fat Greek Wedding was an okay movie. Everyone's pissed. Everyone is pissed. Everyone's yelling and shouting and screaming. Like, they're the easiest people to rage bait. They're so easy to rage bait. There are so many easy. You're like, oh, you're Greek, so you're like white. Everybody's mad. Everybody's instantly mad. Like, I would say they're easier to rage bait than Italian people are. I would say that I feel like Italian people, they try to pretend like they keep their cool a little bit, because it's like, oh, we're supposed to be, above it all. And then eventually they get rage baited, right? But I'm telling you, dude, Greek people, it's so easy to rage bait. So easy. They're just, tell a Greek person, you're Italian, right? It's like they're screaming for five years. All right. That's just part of being Greek. That's part of the character, dude. That's part of the culture, man. And it's great. I'm just going to tell you guys, it's great. I never made my Greek friend more mad than when I said Greek food is just stolen from the Middle East with more dairy. Dude lost his damn mind. Italians, you can only rage bait by saying some really stupid shit. Greek people, you can rage bait with just saying anything. Yeah. Dude, there are some things you can say that are true and they'll still get mad. You'd be like, I prefer Italian coffee. And they're pissed. They're like, You could, again, literally anything. Anything. And it doesn't matter how true it is. They're mad about it. They're mad about it. But I love that about Greek people. I love that. I love cultures that have big personalities, that have people with big personalities in it. So it's like part of like the bit. It's kind of the way that like I feel like a lot of Arab people I've met and Middle Eastern people I've met are really great storytellers, and they're all like jokesters. And that's been very true for most, not like literally every single person, but it's like very ingrained in the culture that like you have to be able to take a joke and you have to learn how to tell jokes or tell stories. And if you can't do that, like, are you Arab, bro? Are you? You know? It's why I love Mexican culture personally. Anyways, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So for him to take this and then be like, look, even Stavros thinks Hasan is taking it too far. Stavros thinks this. It's like, no, he doesn't. He's playing into the joke. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Wait, you didn't let me finish.
They killed all the fucking communists. That's why.
Well, you know, there was a civil war. That is true, but
Yeah.
but like people do think America, when they meet you, like conservatives in Europe are pumped.
Yeah.
And then when I start talking about
Yeah.
how much I fucking didn't like Trump, they were like pissed at me.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck, dude, we thought we were gonna get to be racist.
But it's like
Yeah. I'd be disappointed too. Must suck. Yeah. Imagine you meet an American, but they turn out to be the same libtard that's ruining your country. It's the same.
Okay. I'm going to say, out of all the things that could have and could be ruining Greece, I would say the woke liberals is pretty low on that list. In fact, I would say there was a much bigger problem that happened in like the past couple years that impacted the country very negatively. Actually, yeah, something to do with banks or something. No, it had to be it was the liberals. It was the liberal. That would be amazing. That's amazing.
Like, oh god, it's just another one of these from over there. Oh fuck. I thought we were gonna have some fun.
it's so strange because like how
Also, notice how the exact quote was, "We thought we were going to be able to be racist with you, damn." And then Asmon said, "Yeah, I'd be disappointed too." It's just pathetic. Also, what a fucking moron. The only Americans the world ends up meeting are leftists because rightoids don't travel. Well, if rightoids travel, they wouldn't be rightoids anymore. It's literally the truth. Like do you guys see that? You guys remember that video of like the guy that was like, dude, I went to Japan and then I stopped being a conservative. I realized that like actually other people matter in your society and you should care about other people and we shouldn't live in this like dog eat dog world and we should have health care. I just didn't realize we could have those things. And now I'm like shocked that we don't have those things. It's weird.
Trump is putting his fucking dick and balls all over you.
Dick and balls, sucking dicks. Like, these guys talk about dicks more than I do. That's hard to do.
Europe. Like, he's just like, I'm going to invade. And there's nothing you can do about it. And
he's going to invade Europe? What?
Guys are still like, that's good, actually.
Well, they don't
We should be fucking slaves to America, which they are.
So Europe is a slave to America, but America is a slave to Israel. But Europe is also a slave to Israel. Okay, right. So anyway, how hard, bro? I guess so. So anyway, he had to bring in his friends so they could like double team me and try to like make me look bad for thinking that people that are running around with machine guns and lighting things on fire in cars should get put in jail. Yeah, that's what I think. And
So washed, dude. There was a time when like Asmon didn't have to resort to like the worst, literally the worst bad faith interpretation to be able to like come up with a criticism. And nowadays it really is just like, it's all straw man. Oops, all straw man. Oopsie daisy. It's just so like boring. Just so boring. Okay, enough of this trash. What I wanted to show was this part.
I mean, I'm going to bed at like fucking 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I mean, this is getting bad, guys. Like, on my day off, I washed my car and I did lawn work. I fed the birds. And I'm stressing out, boys. I'm stressing out. What's going on? Like, we gotta do something about this. Like, I have to, like, I don't know. I don't know what I need to do. It's gotta be something. I gotta figure something out. Expiring? I guess so. And become a eunuch? Fuck it. I guess so. Damn, Unc got them old. I mean, I'm going to bed at like fucking 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I mean, this is getting bad, guys. Like,
Huh? Washed car and did lawn work. Bro had roaches in his room. No one is believing that you washed your car. Oh my god. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I have to say, bro was really, really butthurt about Stavros making fun of him. And the reason he was butthurt is because he knew it was all true. That's the reason. Because I genuinely believe that it probably upsets him knowing that Stavros is fat, but he can get way more bitches than he can. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Most women are down for someone who's fat if they're really funny and like fun to hang out with. There is no woman that will ever enter your apartment and it's covered in roaches and stay. That's not happening. It's just not happening. They're too worried you're going to fucking kill them and dump the body in like the pile of trash. Like, that's not happening. That's not happening. Look at this guy. You're wrong. All right, bro. And that's why you get a lot of bitches in your shithole, like completely dirty home. All right, bro. Okay. For sure. No, so true. So true. He obviously doesn't care about getting bitches. For sure, man. For sure. For sure. The first straight man in history that doesn't care about getting bitches. Whatever you say, man. Both Asmon and finished their streams at around the same time, but they ended with two very different messages. I thought it was worth sharing so you could see the contrast.
I want to I will promise you guys that I will
Camera's
never,
too big.
ever get tired of making things worse for them. I will never get, and whenever people think that it's too much, whenever they think that you're going too far, I will say we are not even halfway done. Like, I promise I will never let you guys down. I will do everything that I can to do whatever I can to these people. I don't like them. I don't like them. Somebody's got to do it. And I appreciate you guys that, all of you guys that are against these people on social media, like, you guys do a lot. I think it's important to make the environment for them as unpleasant and unwelcoming as possible. And again, keep in mind, that's the way that they would.
So you know what I said about like right-wingers falling off? The problem is that they all fall off because this is what happens. And this messaging is very boring. It's like entertaining for a little bit and then eventually it gets boring because it's not a very motivating message that makes anyone feel like anything in their life can change. It's just, hey, what if we make their lives worse? And after a certain period of time, it's very boring to hear that same message.
Like, I'll continue making the environment for them incredibly unpleasant. But I'll be back on tomorrow. I might start earlier tomorrow. There's like a 10% chance of that.
I don't want to lead you down a pit of despair, to be sad, lonely, and angry all the fucking time. I want you to...
He's falling off. He's literally the biggest streamer on Twitch for years. And YouTube. Yeah, and that's what people said about Tim Pool, and that's what people said about Ben Shapiro, and that's what people said about Matt Walsh, and that's what people said about Steven Crowder, and that's what people said about literally every single right-winger at their peak. The only right-wingers that still have the pull that they have is Candace Owens because she's gone full fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, bro. Because she's down for like Charlie Kirk was actually Aquaman and he was speaking to me telepathically. Like, that's the only reason. She's innovating, dude. Okay, but as it stands, that's just a fact. Do you understand what the sentence, all of them eventually have their fall off means? It has nothing to do with where they are now. There is something called the future compared to the present. The present can be anything. I am claiming to know what the future will hold. And I am placing my prediction based on every other right-winger that's ever existed on YouTube. I know. So you can sit here and type over and over again, well, he's big now, well, he's big now, well, he's big now. But the passage of time will change that. I know. Crazy notions here. Crazy notions.
To be angry at the right things and use that anger and resentment for designing a more productive future for yourself and others, right? That's why I always urge you to touch grass, urge you to be normal, urge you to go out and fucking organize in your communities, organize labor unions in your workplace, join the DSA, go out and door knock for candidates, right? Phone bank. That's it. I want you to be the best possible version of yourselves. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I will bid you adieu, and I will go hang out with friends and family.
That's so wholesome. Like, what is this delusion? He's just gonna get bigger, especially with people like you farming his content. You're helping him grow. Well, thanks for saying I have motion, I guess. You really insulted the shit out of me by saying I have motion. Okay. There is something very funny about all the Asmongold dick riders doing the most. Like, they blow bubbles on it. The meat riding is crazy. But the second you side with, like, a woman ever on the internet, simp, 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 simp. And then they'll turn around and then they'll do tricks on it. It's like, man, dude. That's, what a life you lead, bro. What a life you lead. Go for it, man. Go for it. And then I wanted to show you guys this as well. This. Men are naturally more attractive than women on average. That's why women need makeup. This isn't me being gay. It's science. Look at a peacock or a cardinal. Male versus female. Females get mogged. Greek statues dedicated to the peak aesthetic form. Overwhelmingly men. Thank goodness Greek people, ancient Greek people, were definitely not having any gay sex. Michelangelo was so gay he couldn't sculpt women tits, so he just made lemons and put nipples on them. What are you talking about, dude? Michelangelo, marble, sculpture, women. There's one very famous one where he literally just sculpted he was like in the process of sculpting a man. And then he was like, oh, wait, I'm supposed to be sculpting a woman. And then he like just put some lemon titties on her. I'm seeing if I can find it. I don't remember the name of it. Damn. My art history teachers would be mad. They'd be beating my ass if they knew. It's just pulling up the really famous, I forget the name of the specific imagery, but it's Jesus laying in the arms of Mary. I don't remember. There's like a specific name that references that. Here it is. I found it. Bro. I'm sorry. You're not sculpting women titties like this unless you love men. Bro was sculpting a man. He was sculpting a man and then he realized and he was like, oh, it's supposed to be a woman. Oh my God. 1 second. Let me just. That looks right. Right? Like, you can see her pecs. You can see her pecs and it's just like 2 lemons. This is probably what boobs look like, right? Yeah. That looks right. That looks right. Yeah, I think that's good. When your commissioner changes his mind midway. Oh my God, dude. Wait, where were we? I had the tweet up. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, yeah. Also, like, this statement is so nonsensical. Look at a peacock or a cardinal. Male versus female. Females get mog. Then why do female hyenas have bigger dicks than men? oh, we shouldn't compare human beings to random ass animals in the animal kingdom. So stupid. It's just like, or most spiders. It's like, bro, there's a slight problem, which is human beings aren't birds. I know. I don't know if you guys knew this, but they're not birds. Yeah. Uh-huh. Wow. Crazy. Yeah. Except for D. Reynolds. Oh, God, dude. So obscene. Moving on from this, though. It's just like such a, like, look at fish, dude. Like, how do you know that, like, what's the fish called? It's one of, like, the deep sea horror fishes. The one with the light. The anglerfish. How do you look at the anglerfish and not think, huh, maybe we shouldn't compare human beings to random ass animals in the animal kingdom? Maybe. Maybe it actually makes no fucking sense to do that because human beings are not some random fish or some random bird. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that, man. Besides everything I've just already said on that. There's a couple theories on this. One is that a Catholic church had a rule that showing naked women was indecent. Michelangelo did this in protest. Another, that he made the lemon titties in protest. I don't think so. Another theory is that he was a virgin, never saw a naked woman before. Well, yeah, but that's like a theory that's made by people who don't think gay people are real. Yeah, sexual dimorphism doesn't work when you compare it to other animals in the animal kingdom. Oh, look at these animals that that act in the way that I want them to do, and don't look at any of the animals that don't act the way that I don't want them to. It's like, okay, epic. Would you prefer a male companion? Uh-huh. Okay. Even when we compare humans to our closest evolutionary relatives, chimpanzees, there's still bias in that because they aren't our one closest relative. Bonobos are relatively equally related to us, and there's patriarchal reasons you don't hear about comparisons to bonobos with chimpanzees. Male are the socially dominant sex. Bonobos are in bonobos, the females are socially dominant. Dude, learning about bonobos and learning about, like, the difference between bonobos and chimpanzees is like, just watch Planet Earth. Watch Planet Earth. What was he replying to exactly? Sorry, my screen is frying this image. She doesn't have, like, a nose. Bro, she looks like the guy from Prometheus. And he kind of looks like, you know that one visual, I don't know what to call it other than, like, bug? Where if you stare at a dot and then there's two people on either side of the dot, but you're staring at the dot, their faces will start to get weird. He looks like that. Also, this is the gayest thing I've ever seen in my life. Seeing this image and being like, he clearly looks significantly better than her. It's like, no, they look about the same. Huh? If you just like the dude more, you might just be a little gay, which is fine. But, like, they look about the same in terms of levels of attractiveness. I don't understand. Those are just the gay thoughts seeping through. Huh? Compared to actually most animals, humans are very low in sexual dimorphism. That's woke nonsense. That's woke liberal nonsense. I don't know why conservatives are so afraid of the idea that the only major difference between men and women is how fast and, like, rapidly you build muscle. Like, I don't get why that's such a scary thought for conservatives. Like, what's so wrong about a world where the only major difference between men and women is their ability to gain muscle, or the speed at which, and, like, the ability to gain more muscle? Then what? IMO, it's unfair how fast my boyfriend builds muscle compared to me, says Lynette. True. Need more muscle mommies, bro. But, like, that's it. I don't know why it's like it makes them so mad to think of a world where, like, men and women are basically about the same on most fronts. Other than muscle mass and, like, body fat composition, which is relative to muscle mass, it's, like, about the same. All the other research we have is, like, the differences are very mild. And it's hard to, all of the research on the differences between men and women, because we can't isolate human beings and remove them from society, we can't tell how many of these things are changed by society and by culture. So like a lot of the research and the researchers, the thing that sucks about right-wingers is that they tend to take research and twist it and then ignore what the researchers said about the research. So one such example is like reaction time. And when they train people for reaction time, or a better example actually would be, I think, like hand-eye coordination. When they provide people hand-eye coordination training, both men and women see significant improvements. And the researchers have even said in these studies, it's hard to say because generally men tend to get into sports more often than women. And so that helps you build that skill. So the baseline for most men in society might just be on average higher than the baseline for most women because women aren't training that skill, right? Because it is clearly trainable and human beings are very adaptable and they're very good at learning. Like human beings are very good at learning. And the researchers will explicitly say, like literally, they will explicitly say, well, we can't know how much of this is caused by biology and how much of this is caused by culture and environment. But we know that there's this, generally there's this small difference that we have here, that we see here. And then people will say that and they'll be like, see, evidence that they're totally different. It's like compared to other species in the animal kingdom, like the differences are like here. Shit take, trainable is not the same as innate. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you? I don't even understand what you're upset about. Dude, half this stream today has been like chatter saying stuff and then like saying things that are incomprehensible and just like getting upset. I don't get it. Don't tell this chatter you might be innately stupid. Stop. Stop. Oh my God. I've seen this as well, this stuff, but the problem is that this research is also flawed, and I'll explain why. Women can see different shades of colors better than men due to gatherer roles, while men have better periphery from hunting, is what I learned. So I have read that like women have like a secret, like not fourth cone, but they can perceive yellows better than men can because there are different cones, like biologically. Like I think it's for some bizarre reason it actually is tied to like the way that chromosomes represent themselves. But the problem is that we're bad at not drawing conclusions from biases. So for a very long time, our understanding of dinosaurs was very flawed and incorrect because we did not consider for a moment that they could have feathers on them. And then once that's your starting point, you're so biased towards that starting point, it becomes more difficult to start thinking outside of the box. So when your starting point is women hunt, gather, men hunt, you try and put everything else into the box that already fits the preconceived notion. So unfortunately, people have such bad biases that it's hard to do research on people. But yeah.
Hello. I've been told that my video needs more fun, goofy sound effects, so...
Is this video about the recent research about how, like, our understanding of how hunter-gatherer societies worked is incorrect? Because we went in with such a strong idea that women must have been gatherers and men must have been hunters. Because I did read into this as well a little bit. Basically, like, again, once there's a culture that has been created on what we perceive to be the past, reviewing the past under any other framework becomes very difficult. Because the reality is, like, the reason why human beings are evolutionarily better than other animals, better here just meaning able to thrive and survive compared to other animals in the animal kingdom, is because of endurance and sweat glands. And the reality is, men and women both have that. If anything, women tend to have a little bit better endurance because there's less muscle mass on you, and less muscle mass and less weight to carry makes your endurance better. But only by like a little bit. Human beings in general have the ability to, like, unless you don't have sweat glands, in which case I don't know how that works. I wish you the best of luck. I'm pretty sure people need sweat glands. You have that innately in you, whereas other animals tend to not be. Like, this is why, compared to like a lion or something that doesn't have sweat glands, you get really hot, you overheat, you can't keep hunting. People can like hunt up in like packs for fucking days. Like it's obscene how good human beings are when it comes to endurance relative to all the other like carnivores and omnivores in the animal kingdom. And that's something that is true for men and for women. And the differences between men and women are smaller than the important differences between human beings and other animals. And this seems to be like an idea. I think it's because innate to conservative ideologies, you have to believe in a hierarchical world and a hierarchical existence. And so you must believe that one of the genders must be better so that it fits into your hierarchical narrative that exists everywhere else. But the reality is sexual dimorphism between men and women is very minimal compared to one, other animals in the animal kingdom, and two, like the sexual dimorphism in other animals. And also the differences are not measurable or like important enough in terms of evolutionary success. But this is like such a crazy concept and a crazy idea, and like conservatives seem to get really upset about it. I just don't get why people get so mad about it. We're literally the only ones that can run on two legs sustainably. That and like throwing. Throwing is a very crazy thing. Other than like human beings and like apes, throwing is crazy. As a concept, it's crazy. Ostrich erasure. My teammates in league are pro throwers. Oh, God. Yeah, Firepuff. That's my understanding as well, that a lot of our understanding about what was dictated in society is based on these ideas about strength or about like physical differences, when the reality is the primary reason why society was probably built the way that it was or developed the way that it was is more so because women get pregnant and all the other differences are less relevant. But because there's such a strong bias in our brains about how society was or should have been, it becomes a lot harder to perceive something after the fact with like a different framework or a different mindset. It's like, you know, in media or in real life or in whatever show, TV, whatever, where it's like, here, this is your puzzle. You have to get the object out of the box without touching the box or something like that. And the way that the question is phrased or the statement is phrased makes you innately only approach the problem in one way. And it takes a lot of effort to reapproach the problem in a different way that makes it really easy. Like, oh, the scene in, this is the only one that's coming to mind. Sorry that it's cringe. Captain America, where it's like, hey, you guys have to get the flag down from the pole. And everyone's idea is, oh, well, duh, you do it this way. This is the only way to do it. And it's only the person that can think outside of the box that actually succeeds. Mulan as well. Sure. It's the same thing with society, that when your understanding of societal roles is what you've been told your whole life, reestablishing or developing a new idea about it seems impossible. He just knocks it over. At least Mulan climbed it. Well, again, that's the work smarter, not harder. Yeah. Let this chatter go. Sorry. Okay, but that's enough of that. What I wanted to say, I forgot to show this tweet. Sorry. If you see this and you're like, men are just naturally more attractive than women on average, bro, this is gayer than having sex with a man. Dude, just stop. Just stop.